you trying to say, Scrub?
You know what a Yens is? Because I seen they said the John first the Yens.
Yeah.
Like why they call Pittsburgh people Yensers?
That's what they call them up there.
So you a Yenser?
I'm not from there. I'm a Steelers fan.
You
Can't really call me a Yenser, but I know what a Yenser is. I mean, I'll be the resident Yenser here for y'all amusement and jokes, but nah, I'm not.
I really don't even know what the hell.
That sounds like a slur. I don't even trust it.
You didn't see that yesterday on Fox. It said John first the Yens. I'm like, God, what is this?
Yeah, it's just a Pittsburgh person, but Meek Mill, Will Smith, Jalen Hurts.
Oh, what a combo! Oh, yeah.
They defeat us 27-13. Jalen Hurts completed 25 passes, 290 yards, 2 touchdowns. Real quarterbacky. Russell Wilson, on the other hand, 14 completions, 128 yards, and a touchdown. I'm gonna start on offense because we got the ball first. You can't go 9 and out to start the game. Let's just start there. The emphasis in every game for us, we always start slow, but you cannot go 9 and out against a good team. You just can't go 9 and out. I'm gonna say it again. You cannot go 9 and out, and that's what we did. Came out heavy personnel, 12, 13 personnel, I form, toss. Here goes a stat. Out of the 12 runs, this is ridiculous. Out of the 12 runs in a 60-minute game, out of the 12 runs that a running back ran, 7 were tosses. 7 were tosses. We averaged 1.7 yards on those tosses. Artie just said, fuck it. Just keep tossing it. Just keep tossing it. It didn't work. It did not work. So I was just confused on what the game plan was coming out. You had a whole week to game plan without George. So I said Friday, look, we need to see Mike Williams. We need to see, if this was any week to see Mike Williams, it was this week. Van Jefferson got 35 snaps. Calvin Austin got 35 snaps. Cool with that. But Mike got 15 snaps. 5 more than Scotty Miller and Ben Skoranek.
And your snaps.
Come on. I don't understand. And then 15 snaps, he got 2 targets. In those 15 snaps, he got 2 targets. So the other, he's just cardio. He's just staying in shape. I don't really understand the trade by this point.
How many snaps did you get as an offense? Because I know that was decreased.
Well, second half, we had the ball for 5 minutes.
See, that's one of the plate things too.
In the second half, we had the ball for 5 minutes. We ran 11 plays. ran 11 plays.
Was that one drive? I didn't cut you off, my fault. That was one. How many drives? 2 drives. Okay. All right,
2 drives, a 4-play drive that ended in the fumble, and I'll talk about that. And then a 7-play drive that Mike Tomlin decided that he was going to punt. 4th and 7 on their side of the field. He wanted to punt. We'll talk about that. But the first half, throughout the whole game, we had 1.5 good drives. So we had the good drive that made it 13-7. It made 13-20. It was a close game. Given how ugly it looked, it was closer. But you got to capitalize on the turnovers, and that was something that we didn't do because Vic Fangio put belt to ass to Artie Smith. Artie Smith was not prepared for this game. And I wasn't one of those. Look, we had a scenario that if Miami lose and the Colts lose and we in, and that happens, salute. But you always want to win. You always want to go out and win. This would have been a good litmus test for how we stack against the best in the NFC. Because the ultimate goal is to play the best team in the NFC at the end, right? And we just didn't display that. You got out-coached thoroughly. Mike Tomlin, a couple times a year, he's going to have bad clock management. TJ Watt gets a sack, and he lets 30 seconds run off the clock. Then he calls a timeout right before the 2-minute warning.
And I was watching the game. I was like, why Tomlin not calling a timeout right here? Like, what's going on?
It just seemed like everybody was out of sorts. And look, did the defense give up big plays? Yeah. But they were on the field for half the game. Like, literally, this isn't hyperbole. Like I said earlier, we had 2 drives in the second half. 2, the fumble from Najee on a toss. And was that a game changer? Yeah, we had just hit a flea flicker for a big play, and with the score being a touchdown away, you want to build on that. Play right after Najee fumbles the toss. You get the ball one more time after that. Najee does not fumble the ball a lot. It's his 6th fumble in his career. So I'm not gonna pull the keys and say he's a bum and all of that.
You agree with him benching him though?
No. And here's the thing: if you're gonna bench him, put in Jalen Warren. Cordero Patterson is not the answer to our problems when we struggle. He's just not the answer. I don't know why Artie Smith goes to Cordero Patterson. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. Given how athletic Nakobe Dean is and Bond is, their linebackers were flying all over the place. Cordero Patterson is slow. He is slow. The answer would have been Jalen Warren if he was trying to get something going. Jalen Warren, now Cordero Patterson. And then that last drive that we had, 4th and 7, we down by 2 scores now, and he punts, and we never see the ball again. And he says that it was a distance thing. If it was 4th and 5, he would have went for it. 4th and 7 was too far. Yo, come on.
Totally crazy.
Like, come on, man. Come on, man. You trying to win or you just trying to get out of here? It kind of looked like after a while, they were just trying to get out of there. It was an ugly game. The better team won. The better team won. On the defensive side, Friday, I said that game had every look of A.J. Brown is about to go off. After the week that they had in the media, the 4 targets prior to, you just knew that he was going to go off.
Oil the squeaky wheel.
Yeah, you just knew he was going to go off. And look, they made a decision. We're going to sell out to stop the run. Cool. Saquon had 19 carries for 60 yards. But within that, you also saw a lot of Landon Roberts out on the field in coverage. That's something that is not what the doctor ordered. So you know what that leaves? He can't cover. So when you're playing the zone, man, Devontae Smith and all those guys was just chilling behind him. Was just chilling. He's not athletic enough to cover that space. It was a bunch of guys just covering grass. Patrick Queen was cool in the run because you sold out to stop the run. But in space, we missed 20 tackles as a defense. No bueno. That's not good. That doubles the most that we've had in a game. We had 2 games where we missed 10. We had 20 in one game. I mean, Kenneth Gainwell was looking like Barry Sanders out there. And the problem was those were 3rd and long conversions, all of them. Like if you look at the screenshots of all of them, you see 2 guys running towards Kenneth Gainwell, and then you see the outcome. You're looking like, well, how the hell did that happen? Horrible tackling. Got to clean that up because the team that we play on Saturday, they got some guys that if you don't tackle, they'll take it to the house. On you. So we got to clean that up. The good thing is the issues that they are cleanable fixes. Tackle better. I mean, y'all are football players. That's fundamental shit. Joey Porter didn't have the best game. None of the corners had the best game.
Season.
AJ,
I'm about to say you. I know you love Joey Porter Jr., but he's having a bad, and he's good. He's very talented, but he's having a real bad year.
It's up and down. It's up and down. Yeah, he's having a tough time.
Brandon Stevens Jr. Ain't that bad, but he's
not that bad, and his pedigree is way higher than Brandon Stevens. I just think with the physical kind of play that he has and all the penalties that they call on him, he's in his head now. It's do I get the 6 penalties or do I try to, not put my hands on him? And AJ Brown, when he was in front of him, was abusing the shit out of Joey Porter Jr. AJ Brown's a physical guy. He was pushing him and shit.
Supposed to play defense without being handsy too now.
Yeah, it's a little 50-50. But this year, compared to last year, they're calling it.
I mean, Patrick Surtain, he's not out here getting used and abused physically. You get what I'm saying? Joey's supposed to be on
George abused him physically, but that's another level, though. Pat's the best in the game. And I'm not putting that on Joey Porter's head. Joey Porter is a good corner. And he has the talent to be better. But this is not his best year. And Tomlin told him in Hard Knocks, like, look, you're going to be great. Just not right now. He kept it real with him. He got some things to clean up. I think he will get them cleaned up. But tackling was a big issue. I mean, outside of TJ Watt, who is TJ Watt, it's really not that much to speak on as far as individual performances on the defense. Just wasn't. Now, we'll give him a little grace. They was on the field for a large portion of that game, but it's a lot of things to clean up going towards Saturday.
Get a stop, you'll get them off the field.
That's the thing. The tackling.
What were they on third down? The Eagles.
Let me look that up.
I mean, they didn't see a lot of third down.
They didn't see it. They didn't really see it.
I don't think they did. I don't think they did anyway.
The second quarter was the best when Saquon went out. That was the time to strike.
And tell Minka dirty ass stop hitting people in their knees, man.
Yo, that was not a dirty hit, yo.
Every time. It's always Minka, man. He always injures somebody.
I will give you Nick Chubb. I will concede to Nick Chubb. But as soon as 2 years later, you finally concede. 2 years later, you finally concede to Nick Chubb. The Minka hit wasn't on Saquon. Wasn't there? It wasn't there. That wasn't dirty. That motherfucker squat 1,000 pounds. How else are you going to tackle him? He be all right. They were 10 for 17 on third down.
But yeah, that's not the rest. Without George Pickens, you got to rely on the defense to get them off the field more consistently because they should never have an 11, 12-minute drive. I've heard of a
21-minute drive. They had a they had a 21-play, 10-minute drive to close the game out.
Yeah, they got that ball on what, like the 2-yard line?
On the 2-yard line, which
let's go.
The league, it should have been. I'm gonna play the should have been game. Jalen Carter, you can't punch people in the head. In the league, you can't come back and say that it was after the point when you can clearly the ball.
I mean, officiating didn't cost the game, but them officials.
It didn't cost, but
it was horrible.
They were horrible.
They were really bad yesterday.
They were horrible. But to Keith's point, they got the ball on the 3-yard line and just said, "Nah, we're not giving it back."
In those situations, like you like to see, not those situations, but in situations where it's like 4 or 5 minutes left in a game, you like to see a team take control of the ball and not give the ball back to close out a game. These dudes did a 10-minute version of that.
Yeah, like I remember back when we were growing up, like Peyton would get the ball with like 8 minutes left and you wouldn't see it. Like they just added 2 more to that and said, nah, 10 minutes? Nah, they're not getting this back. Salute to them. They
literally wasn't snapping the ball in 2 to 3 seconds every play.
Yeah.
Like they're a well-oiled machine right now.
Nick Sirianni is pressing the right buttons right now. He said watching Hard Knocks gave me an advantage, and I cannot call him a liar based on how that game played out. So
I have mixed feelings about in-season documentaries and doing it and releasing it during the season real time. I don't know if there's competitive advantages to be had, but there's nothing good that comes from it. That's why, if you notice, there's like the Ravens aren't trying to show, but so much, right? Like they don't mind showing John Harbaugh being a guidance counselor, but things strategy wise,
right? Yeah. So
anything that you can get any intel from now.
We did not come out of this game clean. TJ Watt did go down in the fourth quarter. He says he just twisted his ankle, so that's great news. That's great news because if he had went down for the rest of the season, it's
coming, Skull. It's annual. That's why Myles Garrett has surpassed him. You know what I mean?
Nah, Myles Garrett was flopping yesterday.
You can't trust TJ to be a
I don't know how Myles get hurt 2 times yesterday.
Like, flopping.
Narratives over facts.
To go back to the season. TJ injury. Just hopefully it ain't long term.
No.
But it is still an ankle. So in a short week, it might
not too soon.
Regardless if you play or not, he's not gonna be 100% Saturday. I mean, on a bang ankle and you a defensive and you're outside linebacker.
Hey, look, Rosengarten can look good against whoever was rushing him on Sunday. Give me 85% TJ Watt in front of him. I'm still confident. Are
you going to say that?
I would be too. Shit.
No, it must grow slow. He still looks like one of them. No. And for this game, cut it all off again. If that's what you got to do, whatever you got to do to Michael Jordan, take that shit personal, cut it all off again, man. But this game on Saturday is
funny shit.
Yeah, it's for everything.
So we talked about this pre-show, but a lot of the Pittsburgh media are saying that this is not. It's a big game, but they not going to treat it as like they shouldn't. They saying Mike Tomlin shouldn't treat this as a playoff game. If they saying if George Pickens, basically if George Pickens and TJ Watt, if they not avail, like say like y'all played the Cardinals in week 4, basically saying if they not healthy enough to play that game week 4, then they shouldn't play this game. Basically,
and guess what? This is why you can't call me a Yinzer. I'm just a Steeler fan because that's bullshit.
I agree.
George, give me Saturday. Give me Saturday. We go out there, even if you just a goddamn decoy. We're so limited without him. You go back to a, dare I say, Matt Canada, Kenny Pickett offense when you know, look, they just gonna run the ball. They just gonna run the ball. They can't do nothing else. Can't nobody get open in man-to-man coverage. Can't nobody create space. They're not gonna put Mike Williams out there. You just become that much one-dimensional. George, give me Saturday. And if you win Saturday and you wrap up the division, stick to the 3rd seed. Fuck everything else. Fuck Christmas.
Then you can rest.
Then that last game. I don't care if Pat Mahomes play. If he don't play, we win Saturday. I tell you what, TJ Watt don't play on Christmas. Yeah. It's gonna be a lot of mad Netflix fans because it ain't gonna be no TJ Watt out there. It shouldn't be a Cam Hayward out there. It shouldn't be a Minka out there, and it shouldn't be a Deshaun Elliott, and the list can go on and on and on.
Right. I think they say stuff like that because they just want to go against Tom. They know damn well Tomlin not rest. Anybody that can play is going to be playing Saturday. Tomlin he ain't looking forward to no Chiefs game or no let's bank on Patrick Mahomes not being 100%. That's not even how you play sports. Like that's losing mentality. Like you're supposed to take what's in front of you. If you got opportunity to go into your biggest rival on the road in their home and win the division on their home field, that's what you play football for. That's literally what this is all about. Besides winning the Lombardi, that's what it's about. So yeah, I don't agree. I totally don't agree.
I call cap on their keys. I think they copping please. I think they saw how bad they looked against.
Oh no, they buying low. They buying low. They buying low.
It's a Steelers thing. That's why I think Stroll might be a Yinzer. Like it's a Steelers thing. They saw that offense without George Pickens, and they said, "I don't know, we're gonna beat the Ravens."
He on the right. He on the right side of the argument now, but he usually be buying low just like them too. But that's what they doing. They buying low. They saying they basically saying this game. Yeah, they saying it's not a big game to them or whatever because the Steelers, even with a loss to the Ravens, can win a division. That's loser talk, dog. Like that's literally that means everything gotta go perfect for you. That you don't even know what's happening because you don't know if Mahomes playing. You don't know if the Ravens gonna lose another game, and you don't know if you're gonna win. Beat the Chiefs. Like that's loser talk.
No, I'm first and foremost. I don't care who's a quarterback for y'all. I don't care who coaching. The Ravens game is always a big game to me. That's the number one rival. I love saying last 8 out of 9. I would love to say the last 9 out of 10. This is a playoff atmosphere Saturday. Don't tell me it don't matter. Don't tell me it don't matter. It mattered to the Ravens. You can't walk in there talking about it don't matter. Just imagine Mike Tomlin coaching these boys up saying, yo, y'all, we playing with house money Saturday. They not. John Harbaugh might be a lot of things. He's not saying that shit to y'all getting ready for this game on Saturday. He's not. He's not. So you got to match that energy.
And to your point of them saying it don't matter, it's gonna matter when y'all got going to road in the first one of the playoffs. Like it's gonna matter then. They basically saying, and I want your opinion on this. They basically saying, well, one of the radio person is saying he'd rather take a fully healthy team than a home playoff game. And I don't agree with that. I just don't you can win with a bad injured team at home. Like you need the crowd behind you. Like that's what you need to play off.
I don't think you guys are that good to be talking like that.
Yeah,
like everybody needs a home playoff game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Give me the home playoff game. Give me the home playoff game.
You guys need to be playing in Pittsburgh. That's an advantage for you guys.
I want to hear Renegade.
We had to go on the road with Tyler Huntley. Give me the home playoff game, please.
Yeah, nah. You want to hear Renegade in the fourth quarter. You want to see TJ getting everybody pumped up, getting the crowd into it. Look, is this one of the better teams we've had in the last couple of years? Sure. But I'm seeing the way Buffalo is playing right now. I don't want to go up there earlier than I have to. Earlier than the AFC Championship game.
Yeah, if you don't, I'm
conceding.
You can avoid it.
You're gonna have to go to Kansas City or Buffalo to go to the AFC Championship game. That's for anybody. Cool, but round 1, nah, fuck that. I want to play at home.
Right? Yeah, like I mean,
and you want to make it to that point too. Like give yourself the best opportunity. Well, and you guys play well at home. If it was the Ravens. I'd say, hey, let's try the road because this home shit don't work for us.
Yeah, nah. Saturday is important. Saturday is always important. That's like you said, Keys. That's loser talk. On that side, I'm not a Yinzer. Anytime else, I'll ride with my guys, but I don't like that talk.
I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I was like, are they serious right now? I was like, yo, this is buying low.
If anything,
maximum level. Like,
if anything, I of course you always want to win, but I wasn't sad after Sunday because I know you can still take care of business Saturday. So if anything, the Eagles game was like still want to win, but it was because of the scenarios that were at hand that could give you that opportunity. Look, we're in the playoffs.
And that's one of the earliest strategically, that's how it should be because that out of conference game doesn't hold as much weight as in division and in conference at all.
And then with y'all, they beat y'all too, so ain't no tiebreakers there. So look, it's a wash. It's a wash. Like it's a wash. So, but I'm not taking nobody in the AFC talking about this game don't matter. Bullshit.
Right.
Y'all know what's coming. Y'all just don't want us to say we beat y'all and ruin the streak for y'all. Because y'all gonna sit there and say, well, we didn't really care about the game. George was hurt. Yeah, we just want to get healthy.
They setting themselves up. But that's how I mean, but like I said, I think and this is my final thing. I think it's loser talk because you don't never know what's gonna happen with Buffalo. They are injury away from, and God forbid it doesn't happen, but you never know if Pat Mahomes is going to be long term and y'all can eventually get the one. It's not over. That's loser talk to say let's rest our players for the last 2 games of the season against Pat Mahomes potentially and Joe Burrow, who more than likely they looking like they may make the playoffs depending on what bum ass San Diego did. I mean Los Angeles did.
If they like it, I love it. I also heard them talking about the run game doesn't look as explosive without Justin Fields out there, and that Justin Fields should start. Hey, listen, if you guys like it, I love it. Put his ass back out there. Let us win Saturday and put Justin Fields back out there for the rest of the season. I beg you. Thank you, guys. Christmas has come early, nigga.
Rex Ryan, shut up. Like, shut up, Rex Ryan.
What Rex Ryan said? He said that Justin Fields?
He said that shit. I don't know if more people said, but I know Rex Ryan said we need to start.
How can you run the ball when teams?
Well, that's why Rex Ryan. That's why Rex Ryan he's on TV and don't have a job right now.
So
that's the reason why.
And Najee's been hooping recently.
Yeah, here are the yardage with Justin compared to Russell Wilson. With Justin, we were averaging 133 yards a game. With Russell, we're averaging 123 yards a game. So you can just say one run from Justin Fields is the difference. Just one run. It's not that big of a deal.
And he took carries, and actually that shows that the run game is probably better with Russell because running backs are actually running the ball with Russell as opposed to in that yardage total. Yeah. Justin Fields had to amount for at least half of that.
Yes,
exactly. What I say on Friday, like the difference in this team is Russell Wilson. Like he changes everything for y'all. Like I was wrong. I didn't know he had this left. I didn't know, and I was wrong. Yeah, and that's the difference of the team. Justin Fields is not. He's going to come in at the end of the game. They're not even going to put him in there when it's 3rd and 2 and 4. That's done. That experiment is over with. Russell Wilson is not leaving the game. It's winning time. All the gadget shit is over with. It's winning time. Like it's not.
They brought him in yesterday.
And I said
they brought him in yesterday. Yeah. But I mean, they brought him in yesterday, but you could clearly see yesterday he was just trying to get a spark. He's a spark guy. He's a spark plug. But in a close game against the Ravens, the Chiefs, the Bills, nah.
And I admit, in a game where you don't have George Pickens and you're already limited everything behind George Pickens, I get that you're probably trying to look for a spark. And honestly, when the Saints are limited and they're looking for a spark, that's when you see Taysom Hill do what Taysom Hill does. It's just he's more of a Swiss Army knife than a quarterback that is very athletic, right? Like you can use him in different formations, different packages, different positions. When Justin Fields come on the play, you already know what it is. And again, to end it here, it's not to talk bad about Justin. It's only just to say I feel like Russ has done enough to not have to look over his shoulder at this point. Like when you guys going to appreciate him? Is he your quarterback for the next 2 years? If so, y'all got to trust him right now.
Yeah, no, I trust him. He's not turning the ball over. I mean, yesterday the plays weren't there, man. Everything was covered. Philly got a good defense.
Run, boom, ball. That's y'all off.
Y'all gotta get out of that. That y'all too predictable with that, man.
Run, moon ball.
Y'all really run the ball 1st and 2nd down, and y'all throw it deep on 3rd down. Y'all gotta stop that.
Related but unrelated point. and not trying to turn it about the Ravens, but it's related to the Steelers. With Deontay Johnson news that the suspension has been lifted, but he won't return to practice. So I guess he'll be out this week against the Steelers. There has been rumblings that, and we kind of saw this coming, but there's more clarity coming that it seems as if the Ravens don't want to allow him to, number one, quit and then choose his next destination and then give him the satisfaction to release him to a playoff team. And it seems like he's trying. He like his goal was to angle his way back to the Steelers, which right now would be a fucking perfect fit for you guys.
Come home.
He knows the offense, or at least he can get acclimated to what you guys want to do rather quickly. He know cadence doesn't change, but so much. And also, you know, he's going back into a comfortable situation where there's a need for him versus having to explain nothing.
It's a Devondre Campbell situation. Same thing with the 49ers. They elected not to cut him and just suspend him.
I mean, this is definitely a pro player show, but if the alternative is cutting you, we're going back to the Steelers. Sorry, you just got to sit your ass at home. I mean, that's you can't allow that as a business side. You can't allow that to happen because
that's good.
They get Deontay Johnson that literally puts you all over the top. Like,
honestly, I'm starting to think maybe the Steelers was trying to get him back. We caught word of it, and maybe that's why we traded for him because it really makes no sense. We basically traded for him as if he was just a body.
We couldn't get him
opposed to somebody that we could use.
Yeah, we couldn't get him via trade because it's still in the calendar year, and we traded him away. But if y'all was
or another contender,
another contender, sure, like the Chiefs or somebody. But if y'all were to release him, doors wide open for us. So it's good business by y'all. I'm not mad.
Y'all need. I'm not saying y'all need him specifically, but
we need a number
that
2.
Type of player would have been perfect for you guys right now.
No, we need a number 2. The glaring need for a number 2 has never been more shinier without George.
If I'm him, I might swallow my pride. I might swallow
George
my pride.
hamstring earning him a lot of money.
Oh, that bag is up.
Yeah, if I'm Deontay, I'm swallowing my pride and signing a 1-year deal with y'all and trying to make it right and trying to stay on with the Steelers for the rest of my career.
Man, I can't say what I want to say on this family program, but yeah, Deontay Johnson, I got some few choice words to say about you, buddy.
Hey, I got some few choice words to say about the Ravens organization too, because we fumbled a receiver in their prime, and we're over here sitting there trying to masquerade like these receivers going to do it versus better teams.
And like I said, I agree with you. Like, but
I'm 50-50 with it.
Yeah, but at the same time, regardless of what it is, and I understand you want to get paid, but if your team tell you go in the game, go in the goddamn game.
1,000%.
Like that, and that. So that's why I get it.
And
like I said, I'm always pro player. I always want, he definitely should have a bigger.
That's like Kobe sitting behind Smush. Kobe's gonna throw the ball too.
Like
I'm not calling him Kobe. I'm not calling him Kobe.
Like at Game 7, he said, "Nah, y'all got it. I'm not shooting the ball."
Yeah, but he definitely got to go into the game, like because now at this point, it's like now you can't trust him. Now you can't trust him. Now
it's over now.
Yeah, is he gonna drop a pass on purpose? Like, what is this guy going to do now? Now you can't trust him. So
should have never got to that point. And all it does is okay, we're past Deontay Johnson, but this is why receivers don't sign with the Ravens voluntarily. This is why. The only time somebody rees up with the Ravens is when they play 3 seasons with us and underwhelm, and then they have to take an extension.
Damn, that boy just getting hella shots.
No, when is it a shot or reality?
He gave his props earlier, so I mean it's
reality.
Two things can be true.
Receivers don't sign with us, and this is why. And if we ever want to change the culture, we gotta be more. We gotta be more friendly to players. Situation.
If that's a prop,
we're always begging for weapons. We're always begging for receivers.
Props early.
And we're not ever going to get them because we don't treat them correctly.
He said early he having a good season. He said he has a good season. We just want to be more consistent. Now we're talking about
that man say, yo, you had 80 yards, 2 touchdowns. Cool. Yo, Devontae had 10 for 190
in the second half.
No, that was just that because somebody came in the mentions yesterday and tried to say he's the Devontae Adams. I said, oh, he is.
Comparisons. He's Rashad Bateman.
He's Rashad.
Yeah, he's good for what he do here. He's good.
Yeah, he's Rashad.
And I'll take and listen, like he's playing.
What Devontae Adams had to what he had to earn snaps. I'm just at this point. I don't know what to think.
That man had a sleepover with Aaron Rodgers and was full system go against us. Yeah, nah.
I fully agree. It's just going forward. If this season doesn't go how it wants to go, we're going to talk about weapons and how do we get them if we don't make ourselves a weapon friendly place to be. But that's all.
That's why we need more receivers, man. Y'all see the leash that Mike give y'all. Come on over. You can do whatever the fuck you want.
Hey, man.
You can do whatever you want.
You can shoot the crowd. You can drag. It
Shoot
don't
the
matter.
crowd.
Like, you good.
Smoke all the weed you want.
Penalties. It don't matter. Can you catch? Can you separate?
If you can do that,
even if you can't separate, can you catch?
You saw what Tomlin told him, man. Like that's how he said, "Tom, this is the group. This is the group I won't be a part of. Like this the playmakers. Like that's why he treated him like that. You know they the ones to make the damn plays. Like, that.
Yeah, man.
We gonna
big game Saturday, Let's get to it.
Big game.
Let's get to it.
But y'all know, I don't care what happens at Sunday.